Hey guys, welcome back to our Premier League fantasy video. Had a bit of a break. I've had a bit of a break. A bit slow during those periods. Obviously, international break was in there, which got a bit annoying, but we're back. And I've been on a bit of a good run. So when I left, I think I was just outside the top million. Um, and I may as well just show you where I'm at now. So as you can see, I'm winning most of the leagues I'm in now. And I've gone into 200 under 250,000 in the world. Obviously top 7,000 in Australia. Had a pretty strong week last week. Obviously Liverpool won. What a game, by the way. What a game. They all four goals were just ridiculously good. Um, Even Endo scored an absolute banger. Am I am I worried about Liverpool though conceding three to Fulham? I am a little bit, but I think this is going to be one of the best title races we've had. Well, I think obviously since Liverpool City when Liverpool lost by a point. But I think there is three genuine contenders. Whether Arsenal look, they're not playing that great, but they're getting results. So that's probably good for them. But will they start dropping? Will they improve? I guess we can only find out. But let's get back into the fantasy. I'll show you the team that I had last week. This is the team I had. So I had Son, and I've taken him out this week, sadly, for Embuemo. So I had a bit of cash in the bank. Sadly, I had Taylor on the bench. I don't think anyone really thought Burnley would play as well as they did. Like I know they do usually pick on the smaller teams, but I don't think many people would have seen that one coming. Um, Tomiyasu I bought in a couple of weeks ago. Simicast is obviously there. Matty Cash has been a bit disappointing, and I'll get on to my Aston Villa players soon. But that's the team I had. I had Salah as captain. I think I should have had Watkins as captain, but um, that's the team I had. I had a pretty good week. I got 67 points, so not the best week. Obviously, as you can see, slightly above average. Um, but the changes that I made this week is what I suggested many weeks ago, and it's getting to that period where you want to swap Watkins out for Isaac. If we get Watkins up here, let's just have a look at their fixtures here. Look at that. City, Arsenal, and Brentford. Two very difficult games and one another difficult game. And then they got United, which obviously isn't too difficult. That is a pretty tough stretch. And that's why I'd be getting rid of Matt Cash as well. I think he's one of the most transferred out players um, this week, which I'll get up soon. But I'll be transferring out Watkins and bringing in um, Isaac because obviously this isn't Isaac. But look at the fixture there. You got five good games. Tottenham, their hardest game, but they're going to have opportunities against Tottenham the way they play, the way Ange plays a high line. I think having Isaac is probably more like I don't think you need Watkins for another 5 weeks. So I think if you're choosing between the two, definitely take Isaac for the next 5 weeks. If you can work him in there. If you don't have Watkins, then you're gonna have to maybe work around to get Isaac in. But we'll go to the most transferred in and transferred out players for the week. You got Cash, like I said, you got a lot of these Aston Villa players. Watkins, Diaby, Cash. Now I can't get rid of Diaby as well because I'll show you the changes I've made. But Pope's injured, Turner, and then the most transferred in. We've already got Saka. Zinchenko is one of the most transferred in. I was going to go early on him, but I went with Tomiyasu instead a few weeks ago. And Anthony Gordon, surprisingly, I think that's a bit of an interesting one. I know he's been playing pretty well, as you can see the last two games, but I think I've already got Lascelles and I've already got Isaac, and there's another change I've made, but I don't think he would be my. I'm not going to go out and spend money on him. If he plays well again this week, maybe I take out Lascelles, take out a defender, put him in the midfield instead of Matoma, maybe, who's been a little bit disappointing lately. But as you can see, Arsenal obviously got a good fixture. let's go to the team that I do have for this week. So it's a midweek game. So we've got to get in there early, which is a bit annoying, but then again, more football, the better. So this is the team I'm going with. Obviously, the first two things you can see is I bought in Trippier, and like I said, I bought in Isaac. So I've got my three Newcastle players, and that's why I don't have Anthony Gordon. Now, after this week, I'll have to. I've used both transfers, so I'll have to do one transfer at a time. But Matoma might go out. Like they got Burnley next week, and then Arsenal. So I think maybe after that Burnley game, I might take Matoma out. He has been disappointing, as you can see with his history. Um, where is it? Points 1016. So like he's had a few weeks where he's been pretty disappointing. Um, and Buemo, I think I'll keep him rather than keeping Matoma, even though I've just had him up. I don't know why I got rid of it. Like obviously Brighton difficult, although there is that no game in that match week 18. Maybe that's where Anthony Gordon comes in, but Brentford have got a very favourable fixture over the next 6 to 7 weeks. Um, so you could even look at bringing in someone else. I don't know when. I don't know actually when Ivan Tony comes back. Um, but I dare say I will say this: my next move out is Douglas Louise. I don't know why I said I don't. I think I said I had DRB before. It's Douglas Louise. He'll be moving out, and maybe that make enough room for Gordon. I don't know if it tells me how much I got in my bank, but I think I got 1 mil. But the one glaring obvious player out of here is Son, and I don't think I've got any. Do I have any? I've got no Tottenham players, so that makes it a little bit difficult. But if I get up their fixture, they've got Newcastle obviously in a couple of weeks. Um, I don't know how to get that up on the screen. Then they've got a couple of easy games with Brighton. I would probably go back to Son nearly straight away. If I could, I would do it this week, but I've dropped him last week. Big mistake. I didn't think he would play as well as he did against City. I didn't think Tottenham would play as well as they did against City. But I think you need to get Son back into your team straight away. No other Spurs players though. No, not Johnson, not Lascelles. So don't overreact to that. Like I've already got, yes, I've got Vicario. I completely forgot. Here we go. I can just show you this. Uh the fixture. West Ham should get a result some or get a score on that. Newcastle, they've got injuries too, so who knows what's going to come out of the game. But they're always going to be attacking. They're always going to be playing that high line and stuff. So the really next defensive game that I see being played for Tottenham is Chelsea. Realistically, like maybe United will play a bit fairly defensive, but like Brighton's going to be goals galore. Brentford's going to be a lot of goals. Brighton again, a lot of goals. And Chelsea. That's the way I look at it. So I think get Son into your team. I might need to move on from Vicario just because of how bad their defense is. But obviously, you don't want to change your keeper too much. I might just be spouting crap right now, but that's what I'm going into thinking this. And captain wise, now I'm not going Haaland. Obviously, he had an okay week, but them against Villa, he's going to score probably. I dare say he will score, but I think there's a lot more value in Salah against Sheffield and Saka against Luton. I think Arsenal will come out and make a statement, probably win 4-0, 5-0 against Luton, and Saka's bound to get a goal or assist. But I think Salah against Sheffield United might be a game where he gets 2 goals and an assist. So that's why I've gone with Salah as captain. And I think there's really no other obvious moves. I think the bench, you wouldn't bring anyone off on my bench onto the field. So that's the team I'm going into this week. Remember, it's a midweek game. Um, so yeah, good luck to everyone. Hopefully, we can keep climbing this ladder into the. Let's see if we can get under 150,000 next week, but we need to get in Son, and that's going to be the hardest thing to do. So Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you probably maybe at the end of this week if we do two uploads.